Hi, I'm Lori Alexander, author of Cactus Queen. Minerva Hoyt establishes Joshua Tree National Park. Illustrated by Jenn. I wrote this story because I love the desert. I live in Tucson, Arizona, which is part of the Sonoran Desert, but I grew up in San Diego, California, not too far from the Mojave Desert, where this story takes place. Now, when I tell people I live in the desert, sometimes they think I live in a dry, barren wasteland full of dirt and dust and no plants or animals. But that's not true at all. Minerva loved the desert as well, and she fought hard to protect this special place. She was amazed by the beautiful Joshua trees and would visit the Mojave Desert day and night. Lots of animals live in the Mojave Desert as well. Hi there, desert iguana. Desert animals can be found high and low. I agree, bighorn sheep. The real Minerva was born in 1866, 159 years ago. Here's a picture when she was young, and another in one of the exhibits she set up to show people who had never seen a desert before what one looks like. This is the desk where I do my work. It gets a bit messy when I'm starting a new story. And here's my writing partner, Bella. She loves hearing all about my new book ideas. This is the first page of Cactus Queen before the illustrations. My writing is never perfect at the start. I begin with a sloppy copy and make lots of changes along the way. Even when I think it's ready, my editor has more suggestions, which are all of those notes in the pink boxes. I'm never upset when I receive notes because my manuscript gets better each time I rewrite it. Remember the page in Cactus Queen when Minerva brought a scrapbook of photos to show President Roosevelt? She wanted to get his support to make the Mojave a national park. Well, as part of my research, I went to Joshua Tree and met with the current park historian. She showed me Minerva's actual scrapbook from their archives. I was allowed to hold it and look at the pictures inside. The book is almost 100 years old. I had to wear gloves so no oils from my hands got on the delicate pages. And I had to wear a mask because my trip took place during COVID. But it was so cool to hold something that belonged to the real Minerva. During my research for Cactus Queen, I found lots of newspaper articles about a 35-day government shutdown that happened in 2019. Joshua Tree National Park remained open, but with only a few on-duty rangers, and it was impossible for them to monitor the park's 1,200 square miles. Visitors began to ignore the rules. They fought over campsites, scattered garbage, set illegal campfires, and spray-painted rock formations. Some people even cut down cacti and Joshua trees to make tracks for racing their off-road vehicles. This destruction took place over just a handful of days, but since the Joshua trees are such slow-growing plants, scientists estimate that it could take more than 300 years for those areas to fully recover. Unfortunately, these types of funding cuts are happening today as well. Luckily, you can help. You can do this by spending time in these special places. And leave no trace of your visit. That means keeping the area clean and damage-free. You can also do what Minerva did and write letters or send emails to the government demanding that we protect these unique spaces so we can enjoy them and so the many plants and animals have a safe place to live and grow. Thanks for reading Cactus Queen. I'm so glad you got to hear a bit more about why I wrote this story and how I wrote this story. If you want to see any of my other books, check out my website, LoriAlexanderBooks.com. There you can find my email, so if you have any questions about my books or want to know more about what it's like to be an author, you can send me an email. Okay, I better get back to writing my next book. Talk to you later.